WWE Royal Rumble 2013 pay-per-view prediction slash preview. This pay-per-view goes down live, exclusively on pay-per-view tomorrow night. Now on Next Generation WrestlingSubway.com, ProWrestlingUnleashed.web.com, TwitZone.com, we have all the spoilers and results leading in this, or at least news and spoilers. And then tomorrow night we'll have the coverage and the results. And those links are in the description for those links. Anyway, let's get into it, y'all. Let's get the card up first. That probably is a good idea. Now, as of right now, there's two spoilers that have been leaked to former WWE participants. You can go to nextgenerationwrestlingSubway.com or twitZone.com to find those there. And just right now in the Royal Rumble entrance, we have John Cena, Randy Orton, Ryback, Sheamus, Kane, Daniel Bryan, Dolph Ziggler, Antonio Cesaro, Wade Barrett, The Miz, Heath Slater, Jinder Mahal, Drew McIntyre, Darren Young, Titus O'Neil, Kofi Kingston, Cody Rhodes, Damian Sandow, Jimmy Uso, Jay Uso, Brodus Clay, Michael McGillicuddy, and the Great Khali. Now we do have in the description the two leaked names from for tonight's or tomorrow night's WWE Royal Rumble. But let's get into why you're watching this and to hear my thoughts. So I just named off the 30-man Royal Rumble match. We'll leave that in a minute. Right now, these are the matches on the card. WWE Tag Team Championship match. Team Hell No versus Rhodes Scholars. Team Hell No is, of course, defending. I do think, just because Rhodes Scholars do have more build-up, more hype, and honestly, Team Hell No, yes, they get a good reaction, but I think that their time is up as tag team champions as of right now. Do I think they'll split them up? No. Do I think that they'll continue this feud with Team Rhodes Scholars? Yes. Do I like this feud? It's okay. With that being said, I do think that they'll put the titles on Damian Sandow and Cody Rhodes, just in the fact that they need to spice it up. Team Hell No has had the tag team titles for a little bit now, a couple months here and there, give or take. And could I be wrong? Could they do a huge title change? Which is not really huge, but it is for the tag team division. That's likely for a Royal Rumble pay-per-view because they're trying to build it up as the second pay-per-view of the year, the biggest one of the year, which it should be. I do think that they'll change tag team titles, so Team Rhodes Scholars will defeat Team Hell No. World Heavyweight Championship last man standing match is going to be Alberto Del Rio defending against the world's largest athlete in the Big Show. Alberto Rio won the world title, 2-3 weeks ago on SmackDown tapings, and Big Show was a champion, so he gets his rematch. Now, they are doing decent feuds on SmackDown, not the best, not the worst, but they are getting Alberto Del Rio very, very over as a babyface. And Big Show is a monster heel, and he's doing absolutely what he needs to do in this feud. You had that in Sheamus versus Show, but it really comes out in Alberto Del Rio. And what a surprise, Alberto Del Rio was actually a good face. And we thought, could he be a face? He's been this awesome, awesome bad guy, or this heel. But he's actually done a pretty good job as a babyface. There's no need to take the strap off Alberto Del Rio. And it's going to look like you're going to have Alberto Del Rio as your world champion going into WrestleMania unless they change it at Elimination Chamber, which they highly don't do. It's highly unlikely. So I do see Alberto Del Rio retaining against Big Show at the Royal Rumble. In a last man standing match, it throws a little gimmick in there. It throws a little, differency to the Royal Rumble pay-per-view. And I like it. So Alberto Del Rio does defend and retain. WWE Championship match. CM Punk for, 400 days now, defends against the Rumble, The Rock. He hasn't had a match since last year's WrestleMania. And I am really, really psyched about this. I'm a huge mark for The Rock, but I'm also a huge mark for CM Punk. In my opinion, the exchange has done very, very well for WWE on Monday Night Raw and on a couple segments of SmackDown. I haven't seen the promo of CM Punk versus The Rock on SmackDown. I just caught the main event, which was on SmackDown, which was a 6-man elimination match. But with that being said, you have CM Punk, who has been champion for a while now, and then you have The Rock. Everyone who expects The Rock, hey, he's The Rock. He's going to come in there and win. Yeah, I do believe that. And do I think that? Absolutely. But does CM Punk have a championship shot of retaining? Absolutely. You could, before I get into that, The Rock is advertised for Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. He is advertised for pretty much every show from now to WrestleMania, except for one in February. I think it's February 18th down in Texas. I think I'm wrong on the date, but in the location. But he is not advertised for a February show. He is advertised for Elimination Chamber. He's on the poster. He's on the marquee and the card. So does that mean that CM Punk can beat The Rock at the Royal Rumble and then The Rock go in an Elimination Chamber match and win it? And then you possibly have a CM Punk versus The Rock at WrestleMania? Yeah. Do I think they'll do that? No. This is what I think, and now this is my clear opinion on this. You have The Rock win the WWE Championship. You also have a rematch at Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. You have The Rock in the Elimination Chamber match. You have CM Punk in the match. And The Rock retains. Well, what are you thinking? Where can they go from there? Well, my pick for the Royal Rumble match, I believe, is John Cena. I think he can get it done. And I'll get into that reason right now. They want Rock Cena 2 at WrestleMania. You have John Cena, who won the Money in the Bank match, or the briefcase, back in July. You have him lose to CM Punk on Monday Night Raw, which sets up the CM Punk heel turn, which sets up The Rock versus CM Punk at the Royal Rumble. You don't want to have CM Punk versus The Rock for your two biggest pay-per-views of the year, and you need John Cena as something. So, this is what you do. You have The Rock win here. You have him retain at the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view, which sets up Cena winning the Royal Rumble, then goes on following. Could he be in the Elimination Chamber match? Yeah. Could he not? Yeah. Does it matter? Not really. But it does set up a WrestleMania Part 2. The Rock, Cena, WWE Championship. And now there's been a lot of questions and a lot of concern that, well, how's The Rock going to do house shows? You need your WWE Championship, at the house shows. You need them there. Well, it's simple. You don't have him for that 1 or 2 months for house shows, because Rock's not going to do that, and he shouldn't. So you have Cena win it at WrestleMania, and then you have The Rock either just right off in the sunset, or you have him challenge John Cena down the road, or right after at Extreme Rules. Either way, I think that's a 3-month setup for WWE. Who knows? We have a word. We'll put it on the sites, and we'll let you know. And I think The Rock becomes a new WWE champion, as they've been setting up and planning for months and months and months now. It's a shame that CM Punk's reign goes down, but as I'm a fan of The Rock, I'd like to see him as WWE champion once again. Would I like to see him wrestle on Raw? Yeah, but the WWE's losing money when they do that. So I don't see that'll be happening much. But if he does be WWE champion, I think he needs to wrestle at least once or twice on Raw. That's just my opinion. I think your WWE champion should always wrestle on Monday Night Raw. Or what they did last week on Raw with CM Punk being in almost every segment, but at least being on every 3 hours. So, WWE Royal Rumble 30-man over-the-top rope battle royale for the number 1 contender for either WWE Championship or the World Championship at WrestleMania. Guaranteed. Like I said, we have 2 possible spoilers on 2xzone.com and my site, NextGenerationWrestlingSide.com. You can check that out in the description for those links. But I do see John Cena winning it, and I explain just why. So with that being said, thank you for watching. 2xzone.com, NextGenerationWrestlingSide.weebly.com. You can follow 2xzone.com on Twitter. You can follow me on Twitter, AR_official_94. And we will be back tomorrow night, exclusively on this channel, to run down the pay-per-view. I'll have coverage on 2xzone.com and NextGenerationWrestlingSide.com. We'll have a blog up probably about the preview and the review for Definitely Show. And then we'll be a review show up right here on the channel. So, with that being said, enough of the blabbering, enough of that. If the card changes, I'll put it in the description. Thank you for watching. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. WWE Royal Rumble 2013 pay-per-view predictions.